A lot of us already have school or jobs that drain our stamina bar and leave us feeling over-encumbered. So we don't always want more of that from our games. Instead, let's delve into some stress-free worlds without deadlines or boss fights.
Alright, I'm on the case. The hip stuff is so close, I can taste it.
An engineer recently went viral for leaving Microsoft after 22 years to become a goose farmer. Clearly, many of us fantasize about going off the grid and leaving our stresses behind. That's why we have Stardew Valley, a way to retreat into a world of farming and foraging. Here, your routine is set by your crops and animals. As your plants thrive, so too will the local community. Over the seasons, you might find that some of your neighbours are marriage material, or if you prefer solitude, you can head out to the river and catch fish. There's no small talk with the salmon. If you'd prefer to dive headfirst and swim with the fishes yourself, then you want ABZû. No other game has captured the soothing aspects of the ocean quite like this one. You'll be diving between dapples of light and swaying seaweed. Or you'll be swimming next to a humpback whale as it soars through a school of smaller fish. There's something about ABZû's constant fluid motion and graceful controls that puts you at ease, even when you're exploring the deepest depths and uncovering the ruins of a lost civilization. You can find stress relief closer to home, however. One person's job is another's day off, and that's proven beyond a doubt by American Truck Simulator. In this game, you won't have anything more serious to worry about than getting a shipment of frozen food to Barstow, and it's best not to rush. It's like the Navy SEALs say, slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. While Euro Truck Sim is the original and still great company, we rate this sequel higher. That's down to its memorable backdrops, which include the Nevada desert, the casinos of Las Vegas, and a famously foggy San Francisco Bay. Plus, it's a great time to pull out your Logitech G Pro Racing Wheel for that realistic driving experience.
I tell you something, we must not stop. We must not slow down.
Perhaps you'd rather build your own towns rather than roll through in an 18-wheeler? In which case, you might try Townscaper. Its developer made Bad North, a fantastic strategy game about defending tiny islands from Viking invaders. But here, the stakes are much less scary. Now you create the miniature islands yourself, snapping together terraces, gardens, bridges, and beaches with ease. Much of the joy of Townscaper comes from watching its algorithm at work. The game cleverly turns your blocks into streets, rooftops, and archways based on the context of the world around them. There's no challenge, or even an objective, but tens of thousands of people have found peace this way, just by plonking down villages and cities. Heading out of town, you might find you feel at home in Hawk Peak Provincial Park. This autumnal countryside is the backdrop to a short hike, a little adventure about reaching the peak of a mountain. In your own time, of course, there's no need to hurry. While you meander, you might spend a while digging for treasure. Or maybe you'll chat with the other animal hikers along your route. Once you get up high, you can jump off a cliff and soar above the trees like a bird. You are a bird after all, with a beak and everything. Gliding in a short hike is reminiscent of Far Cry, only without the prospect of fighting a crazed cowboy with a flamethrower once you land. For more conversations with animals, you can head to Cozy Grove. This island is populated by large and chatty bears, some of whom happen to be ghosts. Yep, it's technically haunted, but that's not as frightening as you might expect. Instead, you'll spend your time helping the ghost bears come to terms with their past lives. Once you've finished scavenging and crafting for whatever they need, they get to pass on to the afterlife. It's a game about restoring memories and finding closure. Just like Animal Crossing, Cozy Grove is designed to be played for only a couple of hours a day over a period of months. That makes it the perfect soothing ritual after a long commute or 8 hours in a stiff chair. Most farming games are played from a distant, isometric perspective, but Slime Rancher combines the best of the genre with an immersive first-person view, pulling you right into its alien frontier world. As in Stardew Valley, you'll inherit a rundown plot of land and get to work improving it. Only this time, you'll be 1,000 light years from home, and rather than tending to cows, you'll be sucking up slimes with your vacuum. It takes plenty of carrots to keep a farm full of slimes fed, so you better get growing. Although, if you start to feel any pressure, you can always switch to casual mode. Sticking with the first-person perspective, let's take a look at Open Roads, the sweet family drama from some of the team behind Gone Home. You play as Tess, a teenager who discovers an intriguing secret in her attic and sets out with her mom to find out more.
All right, it's a deal.
A road trip! This is gonna be great.
Although there are hints of lost treasures and past infidelities, Open Roads doesn't get too heated. Instead, it's content to let you turn over household objects in your hands and engage your mom in conversation. You'll gradually uncover the story as you go and get to fiddle with the radio in the car.
Is it okay if I turn on the radio?
I don't know how much signal we'll get, but yeah, sure.
This is a stress-free zone, so don't worry about picking the wrong game to play first. If you're getting choice paralysis, we recommend flipping a coin. If you find yourself short on games in the future though, we're always happy to suggest more. Just subscribe, hit that bell, and you'll be notified whenever there's a new video from Logitech G.
Hey, no problem. More cool, creepy stuff for me.